card is very strong at all. We're going to counterdraft that Gliss's Courier because we have red. Decimator Web made it back around. We're not going to play it, but that's interesting to note of. We'll take the Partisan. We might play it. So we could take the Ardent Recruit or the Rally the Forces. I'll take the Recruit. I'm not necessarily sure we're going to play it, but if pack 3 gives us quite a few more artifacts, we could potentially take it. All the bad red and whites coming back. I guess Priest of Norden isn't bad, but we're more likely to play Rally the Forces. I guess I should have taken another one. You just never know, can ya? Probably hide the rallies. So our deck's not looking too bad. It's not as aggressive as I'd like. I'd really like to fill out the 2-3 spot a little bit more. Specifically with removal. If we open like a Galvanic Blast or Arc Trail, that'd be really nice. Otherwise, I think our deck's pretty good. No removal, but we did get a Mirrorsmith. Oh, I guess we got the Revoke Existence, but I'm not gonna take a Revoke over Mirrorsmith right here. We have so many low artifacts. Just turn 2 Mirrorsmith into like chaining Ichor Wellspring and getting a creature's pretty good. Yeah, obvious picks here, Mirrorsmith. And we get quite a doozy of a pack passed. Jeez. Contagion Clasp, Necropede, Silvok Replica, Glinthawk Idol, Perilous Mirror, Shatter, and Still Infection, Goldmere, Cisbear, Silvok Lifestaff. All pretty decent playable cards. I know I was harping on picking up removal such as Shatter or even Contagion Clasp. I have a soft spot in my heart for Glinthawk Idol. This card is just so strong. It ends games by coming down so early and just doing so much damage. And with how many artifacts we have, we don't even have to pay the mana cost. Usually, it'll just come down early and then just keep turning into a 2/2 whenever we need it. I mean, I think that the true pick that you should take is probably Contagion Clasp, but I'm going to go with the Glinthawk Idol because I've got a soft spot for it. This pack's decent. I guess we're going to probably take the Darksteel Axe, rather. It's another low artifact. It pumps up all our small weenie guys, which is actually quite huge because they're going to have to block and trade with some of their bigger guys. The only other card that we would take is Blade Tribe Berserkers, which should usually have Metalcraft for us, but I think I'm going to take the Darksteel Axe. We're probably going to get a Blade Steel, or Blade Tribe regardless anyway. Foil Trinket Mage is pretty sweet. Obviously I'm not going to take it. If ever you're in white, this is like the nut 1-drop. This is one of my favorite cards in the set. It's just so much value. Getting 1/1 and drawing a card is quite strong. I think I'm going to take Kemba Skyguard here. It's a for sure flyer and it gives you a little life boost. And flyers in this format are pretty good. You know, I'm upset passing the Origin Spellbomb, but I don't think you can pass the Kembas at this point. Our deck's looking pretty good right now. Probably going to cut one of the Victorious Destructions. Let's see, what else would I cut? Ardent Recruit doesn't seem to fit. I'm probably going to cut that, assuming we get one more playable, and since it's only pick 5, that's sure to happen. And that's going to lay in the form of Kemba Skyguard. There was a Blade Tribe there, but once again, flyers are just get their creatures. And especially since we have Darksteel Axe, 4/2s in the air, yeah, quite strong, quite strong. I'm pretty impressed with our deck right now. The Drosh Ripper is probably going to be cut, assuming we get a playable, but since we have 10 more picks to go, I'm not worried about picking another one up. There's just so much synergy. Oh, wow. I was going to talk about synergy going on, and we're not the heaviest of red. We're going to be heavier white for sure, but Spike Shot Goblin just fits into our deck nicely, especially with the Darksteel Axe Flare Husk combo. Getting this guy down and being able, well, he has a huge target on his head for sure, and that's fine if they use removal on him, especially since we're a heavier white, but if he just gets there, he gets there. Of note, I am passing a Painsmith, which is 6 pick, that's kind of late, and another Origin Spellbomb, which I'm sad about, but he just can't pass up the Spike Shot Elder. Another fine pack here. I'm going to take the Chrome Steed. You could make a case for the Bladed Pinions, giving especially like a Soul Eater flying in first strike is pretty rough, but the Chrome Steed is so aggressive. I mean, it's going to cut our Dross Ripper out and just fit in the slot nicely. Yeah, the pick here is pretty obviously Goldmere. It's going to help us ramp into our big spells, get the double white on time, stuff like that. Nothing of note here. I'm just going to take the Exsanguinate. I don't want to be blown out by crazy life gain. So right now we have to cut 2 cards probably. I mean, we do have a fairly low mana curve. I could see running 24 cards. And if that was the case, I'd probably cut the Partisan. But with cards like White Sun Zenith and Urbrisk, you want to hit your land drops. And you know what? I suppose we do have Urkel Railspring. So, I mean, assuming I don't get something crazy in the next 6 picks, this right here is probably what the deck's going to be looking like. 24 cards, a pretty steep curve off from the 2-drop, with quite a few nice cards at the upper casting costs. I'm not going to play the Flameborn Hellion here. I'm going to take the Life Staff. I might be able to fit it in, otherwise I wouldn't play any of the other cards. And Still Infection was still going around, which is a good card, but just not something we'd obviously play. It looks looking pretty good. I'm fairly happy with it. I don't know if I already mentioned, but the Rusted Slasher over here goes well with our double Ichor Wellsprings. I might play the Aryak Sunchaser. We have quite a few artifacts. Sure. Now comes the junk. Another Exsanguinate. Alright, here's the plan, guys. We splash 5 swamps and play our 2 Exsanguinates in our red-white deck. Sounds pretty good. Pretty good. Alright, move into deck building. Automatic, well, not automatics, just cards we're probably going to play. Almost all our 14 artifacts, well, make that 15 artifacts with this Porcelain Legionnaire. So we're probably gonna hit Metalcraft fairly consistently. I'm still not gonna run Ardent Recruit. A 1-mana 3/3 is fine, but I don't think it's something we're gonna want to be running. Get some more playables. I'm not including the Victorious Destructions at this point. I think there are better cards for us. Probably, yeah, the Skyguards and the Mirrorsmith. So we're at 22 right now. Let's look at the color sort. So we have some pretty high red commitments thus far, and we're going to add the White Sun Zenith for sure, which tips the scale back in favor of white. We're probably going to have to do a no, I'm just going to go with a 9/8. Well, no, that's not true. I'm going to go 10/7. 10 plains, 7 mountains. Our only our double symbol red cards are 5, and so I'm not too worried about hitting them if we have only 7 mountains. That's the suggest button as well, so seems my logic was decent enough. The cards that I might play, these are all the leftover white cards are certainly playable. Even a Rally the Forces is a fine card, especially with how aggressive we look to be. Oh, I guess I left out the Thundering Tanadon, which would be a 4-drop for us. So what could we cut for the Thundering Tanadon? I'm probably going to cut one of these equipments, actually. 3 equipments. Well, we do have, what, 18 creatures, because I'm going to count the White Sun Zenith, the Glinthawk Idol, and the Shrine of Loyal Legions. So running that much equipment is probably okay. 4 mana, 5/4 trample, though. It's just such a beating. Think about it. First turn Flare Husk into Mirrorsmith. I don't even know. Just curve out. Well, I'm probably gonna... Shoot, this is kind of tough. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 16. 16 artifacts, so... We're usually going to hit Metalcraft, and a 4-mana 4/4 without paying any life is pretty good in that regard. I guess we could cut an Ichor Wellspring. I mean, our Rusted Slasher gets a little bit worse, but I don't really think we need the extra card. And since we are running 17 land, we should be able to hit our drops pretty consistently. Sheet 3, equipment. Kind of stuck on that point. No, we're gonna run it. So I'm gonna submit this deck, and we'll wait for the first round to start. Thanks, guys. Alright, everybody, we're back for round 1. And we are going to be on the play, obviously. Oh, yeah, look at that hand. 7 mountains, 10 plains in our deck, and we get this. Yeah, we just can't keep this. We're gonna have to mull. If we had 1 plains, that'd be quite a good hand, but we're gonna have to ship this back. Alright, much more respectable. Get first turn Flare Husk into early flying beats. He meant to say yes. Oh, he meant to mulligan. Okay, that's good for us. Get in there with our Flare Husk. Play our Gold Mirror. Get there. Hopefully he doesn't have a 2-drop. Oh, but he does. What's he got? Divine Offering? Gust Skimmer. Alright. So, let's see here. I think we're going to lay down the Tanadon after attacking with the Germ. If he has Divine Offering, that's going to be pretty bad for us, but I think we got to go for it. If he can't deal with it, it's just almost game over. So, Divine Offering, Arrest. Oh, Divine? Relic Order? Forced Worship. Okay, I'm okay with that. He attacked. Hopefully he forgets to give it flying. Nope. He got there. Okay. Ichor Wellspring. I think we're just going to play the Kemba Skyguard attack with our 2 ground guys. Pass turn. He's probably going to leave up his Gust Skimmer and the blue just to block our Kemba Skyguard. And if that's the case, I'm going... Oh, he didn't. Well, if that was the case, I was going to say I was going to move the Flare Husk over. I'm actually going to do that right now, since all he has is a Mirror and Spy. Because we just want to get quick damage in, and then we have quite a bit of reach cards that we can draw, assuming we draw mountains. 3 colors. So what could he play? What don't we want to see? We don't want to see land into next turn Vanguard Marauder, because that would be pretty bad. We'll draw a card. Ah, very nice. So we're going to pass a turn here. If we attack, he's just going to give his Gust Skimmer flying, double block. Well, actually, you know what? I am going to attack. He could give his Gust Skimmer flying and double block the 3/3, but if that's the case, I'll just trade my Kembas for his Gust Skimmer, and I'll get in for 2 with the other one, which I'm totally fine with. He does have a green open, which leads me to believe he could potentially have Mirrored Metal or Mutagenic Growth or any of the other pump spells. But, you know, even if that was the case, my 3 damage is going to kill his Gust Skimmer, so we're going to go that way. Absolutely fine with that. Got him some more damage. He's at 11. And our White Sun Zenith is probably just going to get there. Let's see. Only can do it for 3 at the moment. But, 3 is still pretty good. Oh, Vivisection? Vivisection. Huh. Interesting.